Good day. Great Monday, magnificent Monday. What's going on, y'all? Can you see me? I hope you can see me. Let me see. This might be too much light. Let's see. Okay, beautiful. That's even greater. Welcome to Magnificent Monday. Welcome today to Trauma Support Group Management by your boy, by your man, Mr. Darrell Walker. Today is a wonderful day. We always growing. It's wonderful to see you, and I hope you're happy to see me as well. The reason why I got a smile on my face because sometimes, during the break or the course of the weekend, I have time to deal with myself and deal with my personal life and stuff like that. And the reason why I do come on here every day with a positive attitude because you or I'm teaching you that you can have a positive mindset no matter what the condition, no matter what you're going through. It's all about practicing, being on your P's, y'all, being on your P's, practicing how to be a better person. Now, I just want to share a little bit with you today, just personal things. Now, don't get it twisted. It's not all peaches and cream over here, but what keeps me going with a smile on my face, what keeps me coming on here with this joy that you see or the light that is here today is that um, within myself, my internal factors I'm dealing with, and sometimes dealing with your internal factors or within yourself doesn't feel great, but you have to have positivity in your mind that that you're changing. So I hope that helps somebody out today or this morning. If you have a negative attitude, you could change it right now, just at a blink of an eye. So let's focus on that. So every time I come on here, I'm learning to bring, my natural, my spiritual, and my psychological all in one. I think that's a wonderful trait that I have gained to access and learn and apply it to my lifestyle because I also walk spiritually. I deal with myself psychologically, and I deal with things naturally. So that's great. So welcome to the class of mental rejuvenation. Now, rejuvenation is like refresh or, just start over. Matter of fact, come back to life. Sometimes when people CPRs, resuscitation, they rejuvenate that person to come back to life. So today I want to rejuvenate your mind. And this is going to be really good. So in the Bible, I give you a little verse every day, and I was reading, and I was like, what should I bring as a Bible verse? In 2 Corinthians 10:5 says, remember now, mental rejuvenation. We're here to resuscitate your brain today. So it says, take every thought captive to make it obedient to Christ. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm still in session and practicing with this situation because if we think about it, everything we think about doesn't revolve around Christ. Let's be honest. We're not holy rollers. We are people that have issues. We are people that have bills. We have people that have family problems. We people that's coming out of addiction or just internally having personal issues. So you can practice to have the mind of Christ. You can practice to start grabbing every thought and making it subject to Christ. We have to practice these things. I'm not saying it's not attainable, but we have to practice these things for us to do that. So today's class, I'm gonna help you practice. We're gonna stay on our P's, okay? Because we are on our P's with the reset button, right? Um, so to move forward, I'm gonna give you my definition of my mental refurbish, even though it's mental rejuvenation, I was going to name it mental refurbish part 3. But sometimes in our minds don't like to be like me. I'm not a boring type guy. I like to always stay fresh or, do something different. And that's what we should do. That's a good tip for guys or women or children that are watching me. If you feel bored and you feel like, you just don't try to do something new. Try to read something new. Try to come up with a new task to achieve, or some new goals to look forward to. Just always try something new. If you're sitting around, you're like blah, because you're not inciting your mind. Sometimes I'm not a relationship doctor, but I just know from experience, I wasn't a boring guy. I didn't like to sit around. And we sat around all day and we cuddled in the bed. Okay, you sit right here. I'm finna go make some food, or I'll be back. Where you going? Or just something exciting. Okay, baby. I feel like doing this. Let me give you a massage, or just, and it should be reciprocated, vice versa. So just to move forward. Like I was saying today, that I just want to rejuvenate our minds, because sometimes when we're moving, or when we're trying to grow, or just really just get out of funk, sometimes we get stuck. And we get mentally stuck because our mind and our emotions are overwhelmed. So sometimes, if you notice, I say sit back, take your time, take your breather techniques, relax. It's okay for one day not to carry the world on your shoulders. Just relax and just, just try to give your mind some clarity or a break. But for a busy person, um, for a busy person like I am, your mind can go, but once you go to sleep and get that good rest, you're up and back and running. So that knows your brain is rejuvenated. When you can think and your body is go ahead and moving forward and processing, having a good rejuvenation, right? So that was good. So, how to renew your negative thoughts to positive. I want to share this. I want to teach the class today because, from a person and experience, as I share with you guys, I didn't always think positive. I didn't always have a positive mindset. Even to this day, I still don't have a positive mindset. Just not to put too much business, but something happened, and a situation happened, and my mindset was like, you know what? If this go this way, make sure that I'm there, because that was my old mindset. So I wanted to share that sometimes when you're moving forward, and you don't never arrive. This is a continual, a gradual growth thing. So guess what? Like I said, if you make a mistake along the way, don't stay in that mistake. Keep pushing and moving forward. So I am moving forward. I ask God, forgive me for my ways of how I was thinking, but in reality, in my mind, if it was gonna go down like that, I probably would have done it. So we have to be careful of what we're thinking, because we will do what we're thinking. And this is a class for me, not for you, but I'm speaking to you as well. Also, um, like I was saying, I'm going to teach you how to transform, because that's what we need to do. We need to transform. We need to transform our negative thinking to positive thinking. So I'm going to move forward. It says transforming your mindset from negative thinking involves conscious effort to address and reframe helpful thoughts. Now, you got to this conscious. This is your brain is in your conscious. You have to have conscious. So what's in your conscious that's keeping you, helping you from reframing and addressing unhelpful thoughts? A lot of times, welcome to trauma support group management, where a lot of things in life, like trauma and abuse and drug abuse, and just a lot of misunderstandings, broken heart. It keeps you from developing your conscious effort, because in your conscious, all you have is pain, letdown, triggers, and just unforgiveness, hatred. All these things are in your conscious. But you have to, when we go into our conscious, we have to make effort to address and reframe unhelpful thoughts. So, Mr. Walker, what are you saying? Okay, if you're a person that um, just want to change your attitude um, from being depressed to joy, you have to go in your conscience and address, like, what is making me depressed? What what was holding me down from, or what's an unhelpful thought from keeping me to experience happiness? We have to go in this. I can sit and talk till I'm blue, But you have to go into your mind and say, you know what is it that's in my mind that's keeping my emotions, that's keeping my heart, that's keeping my willpower from moving forward? And why am I continuously having unhelpful thoughts? Now, Mr. Walker, can you explain some unhelpful thoughts? Yes, some unhelpful thoughts is you're not good enough. You're never going to make it. You're never going to change. It's always going to be like this. Why is like this? Give me some more. It should be like this, or I could do better. You know, if it wasn't for you, I could do better. It's just so many excuses. Helpful thoughts are excuses. They're actually excuses to keep you in a stuck place. And I can vouch to that because when I was doing addiction, when I was on drugs and everything, or doing my thing in the street, I thought I would never change. And them were unhelpful thoughts that kept me where I was. It didn't keep me, it kept me trapped. And I felt in my mind, some of us, we can feel trapped in our mind. We really feel trapped. We really feel like, okay, there's no higher level, there's no higher place. And there is. There is. You just have to go and address. You have to take that effort. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm going to talk. You have to take that effort to address. Now, when you address these things, it's not for you to be worse than what you are. It's for you to say, okay, I see the problem. I need to make a change of the way I think about my situation, my peers, or whatever the case is to you personally. Like me, for instance, I could share. I had a wonderful interview. The good news I didn't want to share. Um, Sometimes when we're gonna get to that. Sometimes we should share good news because good news breeds good news. But I had got an interview to be a model and an actor, and it was a wonderful thing. I did the script, I did the call. Now when I got the script, I lost the script. I didn't panic. I texted him, can you call the script? And I told myself in my mind, I could do the script. I did the script, a Coca-Cola script with my red shirt on, and they called me. Boom, they called me back. That 30 minutes later that night and said, hey, you know, we like the way you did, Can you have a Zoom meeting Saturday? Now, listen now, in my mind didn't register what was going on. My mind didn't register what was happening. All I know is I just caught an interview and I got to do this on Zoom Saturday. So, I told a couple of my family members, and even Dave was, their brain couldn't even process. So I know I couldn't process. But what are you saying, Mr. Walker? Sometimes when good news comes, it's hard to accept because we have so many unhelpful thoughts that we condition our mind to. And that's why I've been trying to get most of us to understand that you need to reframe. We need to renew how we think so we can experience new experience in life. That was great. Okay, so the techniques such as the two columns exercise can be effective, where you can list negative thoughts on one side and counter them with positive affirmations on the other. Now, this is how I myself are still able to come to the YouTube channel. You feel me? So this is what I do. In spite of how I feel, in spite of what I think, I say, you know what, Darrell, you could come on here and you could keep speaking. Just keep talking and keep being yourself. So what I do is, in spite of how I feel about myself, in spite of how I look about myself, it's not about me. It's about helping you guys and moving forward. Now, this is a technique where you take your negativities and say, you know what? All right, these I might don't be great about me. I might not be able to be great about this and great in this area. But then you take positive affirmations, which is saying, hey, I can change. Or, you know what? I'm not going to be like this forever. Next week, I'm going to be doing something great. Or doors are going to be opening. I might have lost that one opportunity, but more opportunities are ahead of you. Positive affirmations of what? Just positive words coming from your mouth. Just understand that. But you have to have a positive mental mindset to speak positively. Did you get that? You have to have a positive mental mindset to speak positively. So you got to understand that, yeah, our mind, that's when doubt, fear, rage, anger, frustration, we're going to have that negative side, or we can have that positive information. It's up to you. Which one do you entertain more? Because that's another thing about in the mind. The mind likes entertainment, and we have to be careful what we entertain. The moving forward says, additionally, find new evidence to support positive beliefs and practice. Gratitude can shift your perspective. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but since I started off at the beginning of these videos, I've been showing y'all thankfulness. I'm not sitting, I didn't have the things that I have now. And today, I'm even thankful. Like some of my views, I look at my views and I go with a couple of my family members, right? And they be like, oh, you ain't got nothing but to sit this many views, or you got this many views. And you know, my thankfulness is like, you know what? Okay, it might not be in the high brackets, but my mindset is saying I started off at 0. So anything after 0, I am thankful for, because it's mad at me doing these videos and just still at 0. Now that can be discouraging. But if I'm doing these videos and I'm seeing 30 people watching, 20 people, I don't care if it's 8, it ain't at 0. That should be our mindset. Okay, it ain't the greatest, it ain't the highest, but it ain't the lowest, and then it's not effective with somebody. My videos are touching somebody. Somebody saying, hey, you know what? I got to see what this guy's saying. One of my views, my highest views, I think was 75 views. And you got to think about it, I talked for an hour and a half off of that. And, like I say, I'm thankful. Thank you for the 75 people that watched, 76 actually. 76 people that sat down and listened to me for an hour and a half. Just thank you for that. So what Mr. Walker's teaching you, I'm teaching you that when you practice gratitude, it can shift your perspective. It can shift the way you look at things. I love my family. I'm being a little personal. That's okay, because that's my perspective. I want to be personal a little bit. I love my family. Have I been around my peers at one time? In a while, no, because I've been missing in MIA. So now that I'm together, it would be nice for us to come together. Now, in the real world, I came to grips, because some of us, that when we get ourselves together or get off the drugs, we want everything to work that fast. And their perspective of me, about of other perspectives of different family members, might don't be positive. Not saying it is, but just might, and unto the world, not just personal, but to the world as well. You might want to deal with some situations, and everybody's perspective is not the same. So we're going to work on that today. We're going to work on, this is going to help you to change, to see how you could take negativity and really turn it into positivity. And while I'm at that, I would like to say, one of my siblings that I really love, that's really close to me, even just having conversations with her, I can tell just the way she's talking, there's a change going on with her. And I'm from my perspective, I'm proud of her. So let's move forward. Okay. So a perspective is a mental view or a visible scene. So you got to think about it. A perspective is a mental view. Right now, if you're looking and listening, or you're just going along, what is your mental view of what I'm telling you so far? Are you understanding what I'm saying? Or are you just listening because I'm here? But think about this. If we're talking about changing our positive thinking, changing our negative thinking, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm going to play with your brain, but we're changing our negative thinking to positive thinking. So what mental views negatively that you should start looking at positively? That was a question. That was a good question. Okay. And not only that, it's also a visible scene. So what are you seeing that's negative that you should look at positively? Some people, God forbid, I don't want to be like this. I didn't have nothing, but now that I'm here, yeah, it's good to have better, but don't stop being appreciative of what you have, because what you got is gone. A lot of people, we have things in life. I don't know why I'm going here, but we have things in life, and it's like we just get tired of it, and this is not good enough anymore. And yeah, we want better, but we not thankful for what we got. I'm like, I'm thankful for what I got. Now I wanted a new floor, but hey, that ain't where I got. I still thankful for the carpet I got. I'm just saying. So in my mind, my mental view, I don't forget that I used to sleep on the beach 4 or 5 months ago. Okay, I don't forget my visual scene when I was out, and I ain't had no food. And I was eating out of Publix, and just I didn't take a bath every day. I was watching people at the beach walking past me, and I had to wear shorts just to clean. Now I got a bathroom. I go in there and strip down and just be in there as long as I want. What are you saying to us, Mr. Walker? We in our minds are, things good happen in our life, but because in our perspective, we feel like, or in our mental view and our visible, we feel like things should be better, and we start losing that gratitude. We'll keep going. Another definition of perspective is the interrelation in which subject or its parts are mentally viewed. So we have things that interrelation. We have brothers and sisters. We have aunties and cousins, grandmas, nephews, co-workers, and boss man. Um, hamburgers and hot dogs, hamburgers and French fries and tater tots. We have these things that intertwine, but how are we the subjects that are the parts, that how are we mentally viewing them? So if you have a situation right now, and something's happening, how are you mentally viewing that situation? I have a lot of situations here where I live at, and my mental view is, hey, okay, this going on, but I ain't messing with it. That's my mental view. You tell me about somebody I don't even know about, people be talking to me. That's just the gift I get for whatever people feel comfortable to open up. But I close my ears while they talking, because a lot of information that people give you, it's not, it's how can I say, it's unhelpful thoughts. Why are you telling me about this person, and then maybe that I don't even deal with, I don't even know, or I don't have no control or no concern of what's going on with this person. These are you? I don't know what it is. This situation, and I be sitting there looking like, oh look, I don't even know who you're talking about. I don't even understand what you're saying. But okay, I tell you what. At the end of the day, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Whatever you said, just said. Hey, you getting it off your chest, because that's all you're doing with me. Because I can't let, first of all, my thought process, I don't even care about what's going on around here. You know what I'm saying? That's my thought process, because I'm here for me. I'm here. My house is just for me. I don't have outside influences. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a person that is, standoffish, but I'm a man of balance and, standards, qualities, and boundaries. So a lot of people will come to you if you're trying to change. Oh, this is a good tip. Some people will come to you, and the universe or spirituality, the devil knows when you're trying to change your mind, and he'll just keep coming back with some kind of negativity. And now you're sitting here like, dang, I was trying to change my mind, but now I'm back in that negative spot. Why? Because now it's not up to the people of what you're listening. It's up to you to control your mind and say, you know what? Okay, this is my view. This is what I think. You can't go by what all other people's perspective, because some people, they've been introducing me, oh, they like this and they like that. And I still, like, for the sake of humanity, I'll be like, okay, I want to see just some things you might hear about a person. Don't go off what the next person say. Experience it for yourself. And if you just experience what they say, then okay, then you say, you know what, all right, fine. Okay, I might don't agree with that, or I agree with what's going on because, like you say, you got some people that talk negatively, and you have some people that talk positively. Which one are you willing to entertain? Because, like I said, if you're not, you have a perspective about a situation. If we sit here talking negative about it, and then when you see the situation, your mind gonna click to that situation negatively. But if I was telling my personal, just a little personal, I said, hey, Mom, our family's going to come together soon. I don't want nobody to get hurt or anything like that, but we're going to come together. And some things happen, but we came together slowly but surely. Hey, Deborah, that's my little sister. I ain't mean to say her name. She get upset. My bad, but I have a little sister that I've been reaching out to, and we're going to be together soon because my perspective is that I'm her brother. She's my sister. We should be in each other's lives. This is encouraging for anybody that's watching this video today. If you are long from your siblings, long from your parenthood or whatever, somebody that you love the most, change your perspective, change your thought, change your negative, your unhelpful thoughts to positive ones. Just start thinking of your sister or your brother or whatever, your mother or whatever sibling or your community or your establishment. Think positive about it. Give that power, give that potency, that power and that force, and see what happens. What you saying? Okay, so to move forward, another definition of perspective is the capacity to view things in their true relations or relate importance, trying to maintain my perspective. Listen, some things we gotta look at it for what it truly is. We have to look at it with the relative importance, the significance of it. We gotta look at a person and say, hey, if you want to change your mind frame and say, you know what, first off, let's do this. Everybody that seems like they got something against somebody, they are a human. I am a human being. We all make mistakes, true or no, but people can change. It's up to you in your mind and for you to pay attention. If you watch my last class, some of us can think somebody can change and they will change because we're thinking. If you don't watch my last video, I was thinking about my brother, talking about my brother. He called. We have the power to manifest anything that we want in our lives. So to move forward on that. Also, another definition is the technique or process of representing on a plane or a curved surface on spiatical. So listen, I want to read this because this is really important. The technique or process of representing on a plane or a curved surface, spiatal, Spatial, spiatal. Now, spiatal means relating to or occurring space. You hear that? So think about this. What is relating and occurring so much space in your mind? What do you think about, Eric? What do you think about all the day? Like literally, what's there on your mind? And this to the world. What stays on your mind all day? What do you think of 90% of the day? I don't care to be honest with y'all. I think about three things the whole day. Women, I'm gonna keep it real. Women, success, and heaven and hell. And I'm just throw my family in there too. But I think about most of the time, if I'm not thinking about woman, I'm thinking about my soul. That's what occupies my mind. Where am I if I die? Like, am I good enough to die? You know, I think about relationship because I'm a single man. I'm human. But when all that's gone, and I know I'm stable, I pay my rent, what comes up next? Either my soul or success. So you got to ask yourself, what positive or negative is occupying your mind? Just want to go with that. Also, moving forward with the same definition, relations of objects that as they might appear to the eye. Now, that's a perspective. Um, what do you see that you see with your eyes? What when you see something, like if you see me and you never met me, or if you see me now, what is your perspective? So let's get the eyes off of me. Let's reverse these eyes and look at yourself. What is your perspective of yourself? That's a definition of perspective. I want you to really look at that, because a lot of people, I was talking to my brother yesterday, and a lot of traits that we have come from either I got my mother traits or I got our daddy traits. I know I'm going somewhere with this. So listen, if we have children and you're a parent, or if parents, you have your child, you seeing your child, like if you see your child on the video right now, you can look at your child and say, you know what, I can see some of my traits in my child from my perspective. What you're seeing by the definition of what we're talking about, the relational object as they might appear to the eye. So if you're with somebody, or you're with your family, or you're with your child, or your mother, or your parents, and you're looking down at your child and you see something in your child, you are seeing something from your mind in perspective with your eye, and you're really seeing yourself. I don't know how I went there, but a lot of us, we look at our kids, and sometimes we need to see. My mom, she told me, she said, son, I ain't see it. She said it, but she said, I've seen the dad side, my dad's side, the part of me with the drinking and the drugs and all that. She said, but I see my side in you. But that's from her perspective. Now, from my perspective, I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, because I couldn't see what she's seeing with her eye. But I was laughing. I was saying a joke and I was praying. I was laughing. And boom, when I laughed and I said something, it reminded me of her. So now, not even from actions, not even from the eye, it could be actions, sounds, smells. The way we speak can trigger some perspectives in our lives that we can see not even through our eye, but our ears, and just certain things. It could trigger a different perspective in your mind. So I just wanted to share that too. That was a good note. All right, so moving forward, like I was saying, another definition is a picture and perspective. Now, if you're looking at me or you see a picture, you can put something in your perspective. You can say, "Oh, well, he looks pretty good," or you can look at something and just have an opinion about what you see. So that's really going to be real short, because what do you picture in perspective? How do you picture yourself in your perception, in perspective? Excuse me. How do you picture yourself in your perspectiveness? I don't know if that's a word, but sorry. How funny. In your perspective. So just to move forward, sorry for the little giggle. It's good to laugh. I'm trying to perfect. I make mistakes. That's another thing. I just want to share this too. It's not good to laugh at all mistakes. Some mistakes we should take serious. Some mistakes we should really say, you know what, I really need to do better. Because sometimes what they used to say will make you laugh, make you cry. We don't have. If you're sitting here and you're going through a change and you're laughing at it, you're not dealing with that situation maturely, because that situation or whatever you're going through could have been really bad. And God is trying to get us to change our thinking, our negative thinking, to positive thinking. Some negative thinking keeps us going back to when I was used to negative thinking. I said, "Oh man, okay, it's a couple months clean." Oh, my mind said, "Oh well, you're finna relapse soon," and boom, I relapsed. But now today, or I'm messing with some girl. It's been almost been a little minute, y'all. Whew. Okay, it's getting hot. But anyway, from my experience, and to please God, I'm not finna sell myself short. But if I was in my stinking thinking, my negative thinking, I would have been like bump everything, and I need to just feed my flesh and handle my business. But when you have a renewed mind and you want to do better, that stinking thinking goes away, and then what comes in is saying, "Hey, what happened. Remember the last relationship? Remember what, that reminder, because we need to be reminded when you're growing, when you grow, you get reminded not to make that mistake again. But you have to grow from that. You have to grow from an area not to be reminded. That was really good. I just totally left the script with that. But to move forward, y'all, I have on to with this positive thinking that I've been trying to teach you about. Here's a tip: gratitude. Gratitude is appreciation, and appreciation is a feeling of great approval and liking. So you got to start liking some stuff. You got to start being thankful for some things that are happening. If you're changing, if you change small, like I told you, appreciate the small steps. I'm clapping. I'm happy for the small things. I got up. It's another week. I'm back on these videos. I feel like I'm talking more clear. I feel like I'm staying right on subject. I'm understanding what I'm practicing, and I'm practicing what I'm on my P's about what I'm giving y'all. So I also study this stuff. So let's keep going. Cultivating. The definition of the word cultivating is to come and have gradually or developing. So let's take this word cultivating. Cultivating the attitude of gratitude. This can be a positive impact on your mental and your physical health. Listen, y'all, we have to start being thankful for things in life. Because some people didn't wake up this morning. Some people don't got no place to live. Some people ain't got no food. Some people don't have family. Some people are really alone. Some people got a relationship and they're still not happy. Some people in the house, they got it made in the shade, got a car and everything, still not happy. We have to learn to start here. Some people got big support and still not happy. Some people got millions, right? There's a millionaire right now sitting in his house and looking around, and he still is not appreciative. Gratitude and appreciation will change your mind. I don't want nobody to go through what I went through. I told my brother one time when I was talking to him, I said, brother, if you went through what I went through, I don't think you will make it. And a lot of people don't understand what I went through. I'm just saying, you probably went through something that I probably can't go through, and whatever you went through, I probably couldn't make it. So what we need to do is start being thankful now, or having that gratitude and that appreciation for life, because life is, you can be gone in the blink of an eye. Not only that, anything is happening. You see the people. I watch the news. I was watching Dr. Hepburn at Jump Ministry, and he said something about a flood in Texas. And I stopped watching him, and I called my sister, and I was like, hey, not to say where she at, but anyway, right. But I said, hey, you okay? I'm calling because of this reason. I know I need to call more, but because of this reason, that's why I'm really calling. Because in my mind, we could panic. Shout out. I mean, not shout out, but prayers go to the people that are have really lost their significant ones, and that's pretty tough. But we have to be grateful for the people we have in our lives. I'm just saying. Okay, so like I was saying, this can impact on you, on your mental health and your physical health. A lot of times you see people that are happy, like me. I like to chew. Some people, when they're depressed, they don't eat. Um, the way you think about yourself, you feel good about yourself, and I feel him. So sometimes I take my edge line hair back too far, but it grows back. But guess what? It don't stop me, because guess what? I remember the time I didn't shave and I didn't have no clippers. My hands, my nails, and, there's all crusty looking. We got to start being appreciative, because guess what? Imagine if the universe took us back where we came from with nothing. Yeah. So I want everybody that's watching us, watching these videos, if you have something, just a small thing, if you thankful for breath, gratitude, just have gratitude for every little thing you got in your life. Be thankful, because it can be gone in a blink of an eye. And I just want to share that, because I have been in positions in my lifetime where I done bought wardrobe, and my last couple of my last rendezvous I had, I bought a wardrobe. Somebody stole when I was in Kissimmee doing my thing in Kissimmee, right over Arlen Bronson Highway. I bought a whole wardrobe with a brand new suitcase. All that stuff disappeared. That's it. And them boys out there know I'm telling the truth. I was in West Palm Beach, met a girl. I put my stuff in her car. Met her one time, sat in the car. I thought she could bring my clothes back. All my clothes gone. They disappeared. So, Mr. Walker, sometimes them things or trying so much in life and don't succeed can be discouraging. But guess what? I ain't give up now. Now I can bust out the tag. Y'all know I can bust out the tag. This is a brand new shirt. I got on Nike shorts. I got on the Nike shoes and the Nike drawers. So what are you saying, Mr. Walker? Just because I lost, don't mean I wasn't thankful. I was thankful. You know what? I lost my clothes, but I thank you for this one shirt I got. I still got that one shirt right now over in my wardrobe. That one shirt I had that I bought from the store. I don't know. I had a black hoodie. This girl bought me from the store. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it went, but I had a black hoodie. Some things, if you be appreciative for the small things in life, good things that start happening. And a lot of things, you're like, oh, wow, nothing's happening for me because you're not happy where you're at. You're not thankful where you're at. You're trying to be happy where you're going. You're not even happy where you're at right now. I'm just saying. Moving forward. Moving forward. All right. Expressing gratitude. It's good to share appreciation with loved ones and to the world and how grateful mindsets can transform your daily life. I just did that. I am so happy to get on here and make these videos. I couldn't wait for the weekend to be over. I was ready for Monday to get here. I was trying to get over here. I was going to do 9 o'clock, but I usually do 12 o'clock because I'm on the internet. Today I prayed over my internet. I remember I ain't had no internet. I mean, let me tell y'all something, y'all. We have to listen. I'm going to watch the video later, and I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to you too. We have to stop complaining and being ungrateful. This is serious. This because you know what we do in our brain? This is what we do in our brain. Oh, things ain't gonna work out. Or this ain't gonna never change. Or this situation gonna always still be like this. Or I ain't gonna never get these opportunities. Or what I'm saying? I might as well just downgrade. Why? Why would you? If you put in your mind, you know how I got where I'm at today? Let me share a story with y'all. I have to share the story. Okay, I was staying with an individual of my family. Shout out, right? While I was staying there, I was thankful for where I was at. I didn't even buy an air mattress because that's how much faith. That's not their responsibility. That's another thing, y'all. If somebody's helping you out, they don't have to be fully responsible for you. You got to take some responsibilities for yourself. Because that stinking thing, oh well, you this person, you're that person, you got it like that, or you got it like that, you should be able to help me out. No. That person got to take care of them and help themselves out. And in the meantime, while they're helping themselves, you should be doing what you can to help yourself. And that's what I did. The person gave me some help. I showed appreciation. I kept that house clean. I kept a positive attitude. I gave them my time and attention. When I got my money, I showed them that I appreciate it. But baby, do you know, later it comes a time where man should have his own. And boom, look where I sit. So you got to think about it. I went from the beach, from to go to prison. I was thankful. I was thankful on the beach. Okay, Lord, at least I'm safe. I had a blanket. I had my food. I had my hygiene, my bag of clothes. I had a big old duffel bag full of clothes. I had my shoes, I had them ducked in the bushes. I left for a week, come back. Ain't nobody touching it. I had a little storage room on the street, sleeping on the beach. Hey, bird, thanking God. Thank you, Lord. I'm happy to wake up with these birds. Small little things. Here we is. We got a roof over our head. We got the cars. We got family. I'm by myself. I'm not saying, I'm by myself right now. I have, my niece could come, my sister could come, but I don't live with nobody. And sometimes that can be disturbing. But you know what? I say, you know what, God or universe is designed for me to be by. So I thank you. Because guess what? I remember the times I was with somebody and it wasn't feeling like this. It wasn't feeling like this, right? I wasn't happy like this. I wasn't looking like this. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to appreciate where we at in life and let it reflect. Share with your people. Share with people how great you're doing. Share with people how good opportunities are happening. Or if not, get around your family members that's doing a little better and get that positivity rub off on you. Or family members or parents or whoever in the congregation, or I'm talking congregation, in the foundations or churches or whatever, they breed positivity. Get under them. Get somewhere where you can just start being around people, because sometimes by yourself, you can't change by yourself. I'm going to say that. If you're not praying, you're not listening to the voice of God, you still need some human communication, because God uses people through human communication. So that's another thing, just to move forward. Gratitude. Use journaling, a powerful tool. Reflect on self-discovery. Also, what is gratitude and what does it matter? So you gotta think about this. You can write down all the good things, but you can also write down why is gratitude important and why does it matter. Sometimes we need to write down and say, why am I thankful? And then write down the things or situations where you come from, and I guarantee you'll see why you're thankful. To move forward. Simple practice and daily rituals begin being present. Excuse me, let me read that over again. Simple practices and daily rituals, being present in the moment and appreciating the simple things. I am a simple person. You know what? I wish I could find this relationship. It don't take a lot for me. Not compared to what I've been through, but what I'm looking for now is simple. Just talk to me correctly. Caress me like I'm caressing you. Be supportive. Be really understanding. Pray. Um, it's small things. Buy me a gift or rub my back. Just because I'm gonna do all like this. I tell you what. Long story short, if I'm in a relationship, all I'm looking for is reciprocation. You ain't giving out reciprocation. Sayonara, don't you? That's plain and simple, and that should be anybody. These videos are for positivity. So I should be getting some reciprocation back. I should be getting, hey, you know what? You're pushing out some good positivity. But guess what? You know what's also discouraging? And this is, you got to understand that when I make these videos, I look for feedback. I get not too much feedback. I get feedback, but I'm looking for more feedback. I'm looking for more comments. I'm looking for more shares. I'm looking for more subscribers. And guess what? When these things don't happen, you can get discouraged. But you know what my mentality is? I've been through so much. I'm just going to keep on going, because something's going to pay off one day. Just like I started from the bottom and I didn't see no way. I say, you know what? I'm just going to get myself together. I'm going to believe in God. And, you know, God going to provide for me. And I'm going to get my own. And when I get my own, I'm going to keep going. Just because I'm not getting views, likes, and subscribes and comments, mean I'm going to start making videos. That's my mindset. Because that could, you know, when you have expectations on people to support you, and I know a lot of people, they should be supporting me. I know a lot of agencies and churches, and I know a lot of people. I know a lot of rehab centers. And, you know, maybe I'm not advertising correctly, but if they know me and I say, hey, man, I'm doing this, you know, and you're not supporting me and I don't see that support, good thing for a positive mindset, because some things can discourage you. And I appreciate the smallest things. I appreciate myself. I appreciate that God gave me an opportunity to shine my light. You understand what I'm saying? This is my light. This is my spotlight. Ain't nobody came and said you need to do this or do that. This is God that God put on my heart, and I have what I got, because I ain't got the best and I ain't in the best place. But I take it, I'm right here in this foundation. I'm showing him, okay, God, you brought me from somewhere. I'm going to represent you. I'm going to share with people that positivity is real and you can make change. And look at me today. And I don't need nobody on the back. I don't need nobody help advertise me. Fine. Because guess what? This video, one day, it might not hit now, but it's going to hit somewhere in the future. My mentality, I was helping to change your mentality. Our mentality, we look for people to support us. We look for people to push us up. And some people don't want to see you there. Some people don't want to see you shine. Some people don't want to see you outshine them. And they're shining already. As soon as you get a little light, they don't want you to do that. You know how some people support you? Watch their actions. You see what I'm saying? I support people. I even advertise on here on my page for the people that have supported me. I'm just saying. So I'm keeping it real. So what you said, Ms. Walker? I'm thankful for everybody that's been watching my videos. I'm appreciative. Y'all I got one mine. I made my first 2 couple videos. Shout out to Drinker. Miss Drinker. She texted me and she powered me up. And from that one girl giving me that comment kept me going. I get feedback from my mother, from her feedback. She keeps me going. It don't take a lot to be grateful. And you got to think about it, I'm a person that came from nothing. So be grateful. You hear this, you got more than what I got. Got more plugs, more people, and everything. Are we really grateful? We got to look at that. Great, like I say, it's the simple things in life. And this is a daily thing that we need to do. I wake up every day and look at my daily bread. I wake up every day and go in that toilet and pray. Sometimes when I'm sitting here busy, I'm like, okay, God, I got a little free time. What you want me to do? I read my Bible. You know what I'm saying? I keep my word. And I keep it here. Not even reading it, just trying to be a doer sometimes of a person. Let me share something with you. And we about to go. I got to share this. I used to be a luster buster. What's a luster buster, Mr. Walker? I was a man that can control my impulses. If I seen something I like, I had to have it. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I'm going to share it. For me to be celibate, for none of your business, but celibate for all this time, celibate. I've really been celibate, and I've been controlling myself on self gratification. Because in my mind, in my addiction, if y'all listen to my stories, I used to deal with addiction and lust, and have somebody to fornicate with. Here I am now. I'm not dealing with addiction. I struggle with lust a little bit, but I'm not fornicating. So what are you saying, Mr. Walker? Even though you think you're so nasty and so not worth nothing, no, you can change. I'm letting you, I'm exposing myself to let you know this is how I used to think. This is what I used to do while I was thinking it. And here I am by the grace of God and a made up mind that I'm not entertaining these unhelpful thoughts. Because you can sit around and think about sex all day and don't get none. That'll drive you crazy. Yeah, I'm just sharing. You see what I'm saying? You can sit around and think about something that's bothering you. What is your unhealthy thinking? What is your unhelpful thoughts? And they're driving you crazy. I know I'm touching something, but this is great. So instead of focusing on them unhelpful thoughts, let's start practicing and be thankful. I'm thankful that I'm not in a relationship. I'm thankful that I don't have no woman to deal with every day with an attitude. I'm thankful. Now, do I want one? Yes. But right now, I'm thankful. I'm just saying. Just teaching us how to be. I don't know why this video is like this today, but we have to start being more thankful of where we're at. Not what we got, not who we, sometimes it could be who you with, even if you with a person that's good, or wherever you at in life right now, just be thankful. All right. So to come to the end of summary, gratitude isn't a one-time thing. It's an ongoing journey. What sobriety is an ongoing journey. Living for Christ is an ongoing journey. This is so you can commit to practice gratitude daily. I want to recommend that we start committing ourselves to being thankful every day for something. Wake up when you wake up tomorrow. Say, what are you thankful for? What's your gratitude? And watch your mental state. Now, what's this here? Commit to practicing gratitude daily, and watch your mental state transform. You hear that? And guess what, y'all? Just like I said, it's time to spread good vibes. We can sit out and talk about bad news all day. Let's start spreading some good news. This is good news. Y'all know me from the street, BG. Y'all, this good news. I'm on here keeping it real, a whole book. And I'm trying to be more professional with myself. Some people ain't never seen this side of me. Some people never seen this perspective of me. Some people know about it, or they seen, or they talked, they seen in the spirit. But some people that I talk to them now, probably I know number one person I'm probably messing up is my sister, because my sister she know I'm a genius, but I don't think she knows. She never seen a good side of me. So now it's something new to her. Like I'm a new brother to her. Like I can tell when she come around, she'll just sit there and look at me like, it be looking cute. And in my mind, my old stinking thinking, I'm like, damn, my sister might see something wrong. But me now, when she look at me and she gives me that attention, and I see her looking at me, I light up, girl. I just show my sister, I'll be so happy. I'll be like, girl, I'm so happy. I don't even know what to do with myself. This is a real true story. Because she's trying to see, she's so used to seeing that old brother slipping and going back, sneaking and creeping. Now when she come around me now, she just sit there like this. And she goes off what she see. And it take her a minute from her perspective, how she used to see me to how she seeing me now. It takes her a second to, and then she'll walk away like, that's my brother. Brother. Yes, don't talk loud, okay? But I'm just saying. So what are you saying, Mr. Walker? As you're changing, people, the way they used to see you, you got to give them time to let them see you change. That was a good tip. I don't know where that came from. Today's video is off the chain because we have to be thankful. We have to change our attitude. We have to change our perspective about things. And just to keep going, keep spreading the good vibes. One shout out to my brother Rio. We good vibe every morning. So let's go forward. Oh, we can. While we're talking, I know I'm finna go. I'm trying to go. There's something going in the spiritual realm with family members. We can talk good about each other. We can talk good about anything. I'm talking to the world, not personally. I'm talking to the world. Family is a lot. If you got church family, if you got basketball family, football family, tickets, it's all kinds of families. Okay, it's all kinds of organizations of families, and we need to start being more positive with that area of life. I just wanted to share that. Oh, this is beautiful. Just want to write on my notes. Okay. It says we can create a collective shift towards kindness, happiness, and well-being. Let me read that again. We, us, the world, everybody watching the video, we can create a collective shift towards a collective shift. That means to and shift it out. You can take positivity, suck it in. And what I'll do, before I come in here, I read my notes, I pray, I take this positivity and push it in, and I come and push it out with this information. Okay? I'm one person. You are an individual that you can take in your positivity and push it out. That was good. We're gonna do an exercise in a minute. All right. So we can create a collective shift towards kindness. We need to be more kind. We need to be more happy. It says happiness. And we need to understand our well-being. So we need to be more kind, more happy, and be happy in our well-being. Understand this. We're about to go because this is a good video today. Luke chapter 5, verse 38. And it says, new wine and to new wine skin are both preserved and kept in a good condition. We gotta understand that if you have a new mindset and you're trying to live a new life and try to have old habits and old mindsets, you're not going to make it. You have to come to the point where you got to say, everything, I got to change my mind. I got to start thinking new. I need to start practicing new. I need to start talking new. I need to start seeing new. And new things will happen. Since I've been doing these videos, I have seen new things happen within myself. I have seen new standards that I've seen in myself. So that being said, thank you for today's video. And I hope this really touches everyone today. And like I said, it's time to start some newness of life and have a mental rejuvenation day. And thank you for watching Trauma Support Group Management.